Death Valley, one of the most hostile and unforgiving places on Earth. Temperatures here soar beyond 120 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. Few things survive, fewer still escape, and for one family in 1996, this desert became a tomb, an endless, scorching wasteland that swallowed them whole. It was supposed to be an adventure. Egbert Rimkus, 34, and his 11-year-old son, Georg, were traveling through the American West with Egbert's girlfriend, Cornelia Meyer, and her 4-year-old son, Max. They were tourists from Germany, exploring the vast open landscapes of the United States. What started as a joyful road trip quickly turned into a tragedy that no one has been able to fully explain. Their trip was a picturesque one, stopping at famous national parks, taking in the beauty of Yosemite and Sequoia. But then, for reasons no one fully understands, they made a fateful decision. They turned toward Death Valley, the hottest place in North America, and one of the most inhospitable places in the world. July 22nd, 1996. The family arrived in Furnace Creek, a small outpost within the park. They fueled up, bought an entry permit for the ghost town of Warm Springs, and asked for directions. It seemed innocent enough, but it would be the last time anyone saw them alive. What happened next is a chilling mystery. After leaving Furnace Creek, the family didn't follow the main roads. Instead, they ventured deeper into the heart of Death Valley, towards Anvil Canyon, one of the most isolated and dangerous parts of the park. A place where few people go. A place where mistakes can be deadly. Days passed, and no one heard from the family. Their loved ones back in Germany became worried. When their scheduled return came and went, concern turned to panic. A massive search operation was launched by park rangers, local authorities, and even volunteers. Helicopters, search dogs, and dozens of people scoured the desert, but no sign of the family was found. It was as if they had vanished into thin air. Weeks turned into months, and then a breakthrough. Deep in the rugged and remote terrain of Anvil Canyon, their rental minivan was discovered, half buried in a rocky wash miles off any main road. The van was stuck, its tires unable to free themselves from the rocky desert floor. Inside, the scene was chilling. Water bottles were scattered and empty. Their luggage was still there. A child's toy lay abandoned on the back seat. A spare tire and maps of the area were found, but no sign of the family. Strangely, an SOS message was reportedly found nearby, scrawled into the desert sand. But there were no footprints, no trails, nothing to suggest where they had gone or why they had left the relative safety of their vehicle. Death Valley's scorching heat had erased all trace of them. What could have driven them to abandon their van? Theories began to swirl. Some experts believed they may have simply gotten lost or underestimated the brutal heat of the desert. Maybe the van got stuck, and they decided to walk for help, not realizing just how deadly Death Valley can be. Others suggested something more sinister. Was there foul play involved? Did they encounter something or someone that forced them to flee? And then there are those who believe that something much darker lurks in the vastness of Death Valley. Tales of spirits wandering the desert, of cursed lands where those who trespass are never seen again. After all, this place is known as the Land of the Dead for a reason. 13 years passed. 13 long years with no answers. But in 2009, a chilling discovery was made. Hikers exploring a remote area of the park stumbled upon human bones. DNA testing confirmed that what many had feared. The remains belonged to Cornelia Meyer and her young son, Max. They had been just miles from where the van had been abandoned. But where were Egbert and Georg? To this day, no trace of them has been found. The mystery of the missing German tourists still haunts Death Valley. Did they simply lose their way, slowly succumbing to the brutal desert heat? Or is there more to this story? Something hidden in the vastness of the valley? Something we can't explain? Theories range from survival mishaps to supernatural occurrences. Did they venture too far and perish one by one? Or was something else out there, watching them, stalking them in the heat of the desert? Even today, the truth remains elusive. In a place as vast and unforgiving as Death Valley, the line between reality and nightmare blurs. Perhaps Egbert Rimkus, Cornelia Meyer, and their children will never be found. Perhaps their story will remain one of the many unsolved mysteries buried in the sands of time. What really happened in the barren wastelands of Death Valley? Was it simply a tragic accident? Or is there something out there? Something we may never understand? If you're captivated by stories of unsolved mysteries, the unknown, and the eerie, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. There are more stories, more chills, and more questions that will leave you wondering, what's really out there?